Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by InTheMoneyStocks.com. Today is Thursday, January 10th, 2013. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. What you'll see here is the futures are trading up by 6 points. Decent little pop this morning. Again, markets are holding up very, very well, even recently on the little pullbacks. Has been on lighter volume, so markets are getting a little bit of a bid this morning. 6 points is nothing to sneeze at before the opening bell. Decent little pop higher. In about 5 minutes, you will have the weekly jobless claim report. You also will have the Mario Draghi press conference out of Europe. So the ECB president basically came out and said he's going to keep interest rates unchanged at 0.75%. And we'll see his comments that can move the markets in about 5 or 6 minutes. That press conference is scheduled to begin at 8:30. So we'll see the comments there if that does move the market. Right now, the markets, the U.S. markets or the S&P markets are holding up well. The European markets are somewhat on the flatter side. German DAX is up about 0.3%. The French CAC 40 is down a little bit. And then you have Spain flat as well, and Italy is up 1%. The FTSE 100, which is not part of the European Central Bank, they can print their own money, is up about 0.1%. So not a big deal there, but again, that press conference coming out of Europe in about 5 minutes at 8:30 by Mario Draghi could move markets, and we'll just see what they say. But he did keep the interest rates in the ECB unchanged, so we'll see what happens. As for our markets here, futures are higher, and gold is higher today, getting a little pop in gold. Looks like spot gold is up $6 to $661 an ounce. Let's take a look at the all-important GLD, good proxy for gold. And you're going to see that's trading just underneath the 161 level. Decent move. It's about a 50-cent move from yesterday's close on the upside. So, again, gold is getting a little bit of a facelift this morning. Why? I think it's just a weaker U.S. dollar index. If you take a look here at the U.S. dollar, what you'll see is that the dollar is declining and markets are inflating. So here's the dollar. Dollar today is a little bit on the weaker side, down about 20 cents, 21 cents. And dollar down, market up. That's kind of the way it works. So the dollar pulling back today. Markets are getting a bid. They are inflating. This relationship hasn't been that great over the past week or so. But I do think as we get past the holidays now, the inverse relationship between the dollar and the overall stock and commodity markets will be in effect. So I think traders should start watching that dollar closely again if you haven't been watching it over the past few days. Let's take a look at oil. Oil, obviously weaker dollar. Oil is up. Light sweet crude per barrel is trading higher by 96 cents to $94.06 a barrel. Let's take a look at the USO this morning. USO is trading higher to $34.26. That's a decent little move there. USO closed at $33.88 as of yesterday. So again, oil is getting a decent little pop across the board. The dollar is nothing to sneeze at, and we have to watch the energy market when the US dollar index is weak. So if the dollar falls further, expect higher oil prices, higher gold prices, higher equity prices. If the dollar catches a bid, I think all of those mentioned can come back down and probably deflate a little bit. So we'll see where it plays out, and we'll see what happens here. Let's take a look at some stocks that are in the news today. I'm going to start off with this Moly Corp. MCP is the ticker. This is a rare earth stock play. Again, right now the stock looked like it had a big run, but it's really declining a ton today. If this thing breaks below $8.87, there's a real good chance this is going to go back down to $7. $7 is a level you can get interested in Moly Corp for a bounce. So keep this on your radar. But $7 is the only level that I see that even looks attractive. Other than that, I would just leave it alone. I would not play with it at all. $7 though, I like that level for a bounce area. Could even be a swing bounce. Can't rule that out. But this is a scalp video. We would look for a long side around $7 on MCP. All right, let's take a look at Tiffany's today. This one is getting hammered to the downside. Tiffany's yesterday closed at $63.26. Today it is trading down at 58 bucks a share. That is a shellacking. Right now, when I look at Tiffany's, there's only one level I really even get remotely interested in, and that is going to be the $54 area. $54. It could even be $53.50. I can't rule that out, but around that area is where I would start to look for a bounce. This is a strong gap down, so we can't even rule out a move down to $50 if the U.S. markets are weaker. So again, we'll see if that does happen, but 54 bucks, and then I think you know what, make it 53.73. 53.73 to 53.50. That's probably your first level. The second level is going to be down to around the 49.75 level. So you got two levels there where you could look for bounces in Tiffany's. Prior to that, I really don't see much there because it is such a strong gap down. There is going to be some minor support at $56, but at this stage of the game with a strong gap down, this thing can go lower. Again, they reported, they guided lower, and they said their Christmas sales were pretty weak. So you want to watch that one. In sympathy to Tiffany, you could probably look for Coach to be down early as well. Coach still has a lot of support at 54. Right now the stock's at 56.70. So 54 bucks for Coach. That could give you a little bit of a bounce as well. Let's take a look at Nokia. This thing is getting a huge bid today. I'm not sure what the news is on Nokia, but that's a pretty big pop. Stock yesterday closed at $375. Today it traded all the way up as high as $460 in the pre-market. So Nokia looks strong right now. It is a little bit overbought. I think traders need to be careful around here, but we can't rule out that it won't go up to $5 because it is a strong gap higher. So again, give Nokia a slight upside bias here. I would not get in front of it on the short side. I think it can go up higher. It may have $5 on its name tag. All right, let's take a look at Herbalife. This one is in the news each and every day. This is a Bill Ackman Pershing Square short. It looks like Dan Loeb, and now it looks like Call Icon are buying the stock. I think the stock has further upside from here. Looking at the pattern on the charts, the velocity that it's gone up with, I think traders can look for this thing to go a little bit higher. Ultimately, what I told my members was I think the stock can go to $46. So we'll see if it can get up there. Right now, it's only at $41.30. We'll see if the stock has further upside from here. But this is going to be in the news quite a bit over the next few weeks. But again, it is what it is, and this is what makes for interesting trading. So Herbalife catching a little bit of a bid today, closed at $39.95. Today it is trading at $41.30. Let's take a look at some news coming out. Looks like the weekly jobless claims report is out. Markets are still holding up fairly well, but one thing I am noticing is that the dollar is catching a bid, and traders want to keep that on the radar today. It may be nothing here, but if the dollar gets a bid, that will deflate a lot of the energy plays, a lot of the gold plays. It will also deflate many other commodities as well, like copper and things of that nature. But right now the dollar's still on the weaker side, still down 15 cents, but it is catching a bid, and that probably is due to the Mario Draghi press conference. So again, just expect to see this thing all over the map. You may also expect to see the euro all over the map as well. And here you can see as the dollar's catching a bid, the euro's starting to come down a little bit. So again, we're just in that camp that, there's a lot of news out here, and this is just the kind of markets that they are. So take it slow and steady. There really doesn't seem to be any urgency here, but there are money-making opportunities each and every day. Okay, with that said, everybody, I don't know if there's any more economic news due out today, but I do believe that the Mario Draghi press conference will last at least 30 minutes. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have some 10 o'clock economic news. Wholesale inventories are going to be out at 10 o'clock. So we'll watch for that. But I think that might be the extent of it. I don't think there's going to be any other news out, market moving news that I see. Okay, with that said, have a great trading day, everybody, and we'll see you on the charts tomorrow. Take care, everyone.